Greetings, people. It's Jared here, Wolfgang1, back for another Transformers review. Now, this week, I thought I would. I thought I'd go back to the beginning. I'm going back to G1 this week, mostly because I'm a G1 collector, and that's the majority of my collection. But whatever. This figure has been requested by Spider-Fan UK, and it's a figure that I think I've reviewed before, but I can't be entirely certain because my memory is not what it fucking used to be. But this is a firm favourite of mine from my childhood, so we're going to crack straight on to this. This is the review, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, for Generation 1 Catilla.
Right, okay, here is Catilla in his alt mode. He transforms into a a coughing fit. Christ, that's a good start, isn't it? He transforms into a Cybertronian saber-toothed tiger, or his almost a saber-toothed tiger. So he is one of the pretender beasts. There were 4 of them, I believe. There was Catilla and Chainclaw on the Autobot side, and Karnavik and Snarler on the Decepticon side. I'm just going to show you some of the things he came with before I get too far into this. Okay, so that's Catilla. He came with one weapon, which could be held by himself, either in robot mode or alt mode, or on the Pretender shell. Okay. Came with one tail, painted cast in silver for the Pretender. One helmet, if you will, a face guard for the Pretender shell. And 2 halves of said Pretender shell, which, lo and behold, also looks suspiciously like a saber-toothed tiger. That's right, because that's exactly what it is. You also would have come with an instruction booklet, a tech spec decoder, and a product sheet. None of those I have, sadly. Maybe one day. Okay, so yeah. So this is Catilla. Now, Catilla in the comics was, because there was no real Western media, no cartoon appearance or anything like that. In the comics, he was a Decepticon defector to the Autobots, and then I think they tracked him down with the Mayhem Attack Squad, and Karnavik also defected and was killed. I think Catilla was also killed at some point. Who fucking knows? I'm going back about 35 years here. Who the fuck knows? I had this as a kid, right? And I've got very, very fond memories of Catilla being one of the very, very few pretenders, very few Transformers, actually, that didn't suffer an agonizing break or death. Let me just... what did I do to the weapon? There we are. If you want to give him his bullshit attack mode, then just pop that on him like that. And there it is. That's his fucking bullshit attack mode. Right, okay, let's just get that out of the way. What's my main gripe with this figure? Well, my main gripe with this figure, in fact, all of the Pretender beasts, was the fact that their robot alt mode is exactly the same disguise as their Pretender shell. Okay, so if I put the 2 halves of the Pretender, in fact, you know what? Let's build up the Pretender shell first. So let's put his tail on. Now, I thought this one was broken. I thought there was a tiny bit of plastic that was chipped here, which holds the primary weapon. I think I might be getting that memory. Obviously, it's fine. I might be getting that memory confused with the one I had as a kid, because I distinctly remember there being some sort of chip or break here, and it's not there. So, you know, whatever. We put the 2 halves of the shell together, and let me just zoom back a little bit. Ignore the lamp, and yeah, that's Catilla's Pretender shell, and that's Catilla together. So my main issue with this, right, is the fact that why would you have a Pretender shell, right, and then you pop out your Pretender shell and go, here I am, hello, and then you transform into the same thing as the Pretender shell. Never mind the fact that the Pretender shell isn't much of a disguise with all this fucking armor on it, right? That does, well, one, doesn't look particularly comfortable. It looks very, very heavy. And second of all, people are going to spot that, aren't they? Right? But ignoring that, there's Catilla and there's Catilla, right? And I'll be honest with you, people. I played played this thing to death when I was a kid. I fucking loved it, and I still love it. That's the thing. I still love it. I do like the Pretender beasts, but they are to a certain degree fucking pointless, because turn into a jet or turn into a fucking hovercraft or turn into a vending machine. I don't give a fuck what you turn into. Just don't turn into the thing that your Pretender shell is supposed to be hiding. Right? Same thing. Same thing. Don't. Why? Absolutely beyond fucking pointless. Right? But do you know what? Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Right? So we're gonna take Catilla here to robot mode. Right? I'll put that down somewhere on the floor. That'll do. And the transformation for this is very, very simple. So you're going to start by folding the tail away, just like that. You're going to fold out the back section, just like this, and fold up the animal legs. You're going to pull these two sections, the animal paws, back, and then there's little nubs, because these things are always really, really tight. So I'm just going to, you've basically fold out these two yellow sections for the hands. So bear with me. Right, there's one, there's two. Okay, and then you bring the arms down, and then you bring down the tiger head, and there he is. That is Catilla in robot mode. There's literally nothing else to him. I mean, the arms would go around a full 360 if these didn't get in the way, and I thought the head turned, but it doesn't. Some Pretender heads turn, some didn't. I thought this one did. It doesn't. The Autobot symbol's a bit wonky there, but whatever. It's still got original stickers on it. And where's the gun? There's the gun. You can store the gun like that for a little bit of weird back kibble shit. Or you basically just plug it in to his arm just like that. And there he is. That's Catilla doing his thing. And it's a basic blocky robot. I mean, the robot shares a very, very similar overall transformation and design with Chainclaw, possibly the Decepticon ones as well. I can't remember Carnavic. I'll have to have a look at him. The only one of these I'm missing is Snarler. I will get Snarler at some point, just to complete the very, very dubious set. But that's him. I don't, and despite the fact that this is a Pretender, therefore it automatically qualifies as a piece of shit, right? I don't mind this. There's a little bit of articulation there. I don't mind this toy at all. Maybe because I got very, very fond memories of it as a kid, and I can look past its glaring problems, i.e. the fact that it transforms into the same thing as its Pretender shell. So what's the point in fucking hiding if you're just gonna do that? Speaking of said Pretender shell, right? So, as I said, here it is. Right, let's get the fucking light out of the way. There we are. Or not. Whatever. Ignore that little bit just in the corner just here. So this is the Pretender shell, and the sculpting is great on it. It really is. No articulation, because obviously this is all molded. And to hide Catilla in the shell, it's very, very simple. What you do is you put the shell to one side. You then take Catilla, and then you transform him almost back into a lion. So let's put that back up. Let's fold the hands away. Make him jump off fucking camera. Put the hands away. Fold these out like this. Now, this is where it changes. You want to get these arms, and you want to fold them in on the underside, like that. And then rotate these around. So basically, he looks like a rotisserie Catilla, right? That's so one. Imagine one thing in there, one thing sticking out the other, and him just spinning around like this. There we are. That's an image I bet you didn't know you needed on a Monday morning. There we are. Look at that. So what we do is we then open up the shell. We put Catilla inside, because this is going to make all the difference to hiding him, apparently. Close the fucker up, right? And then we just give him these accessories. So he's already got his tail. Let's put his gun on the shell just like that. And then just to spoil it even more, right? Let's give him this battle mask that I mentioned earlier, right? And there we go. There we are. That is Catilla, ready to blend in. Ah, there we are. Look at that. And I'll be honest with it, it does have some serious Battle Cat vibes, doesn't it? From Masters of the Universe, only not so outrageously gay. Everyone who knows me thinks that I know that Masters of the Universe was I think intentionally homoerotic, but there we are. That's Catilla in his combined full shall we say stealth mode, his pretend mode, and despite the fact that the shell doesn't have any form of articulation at all, and the paint app is just like sort of splodged, there's a bit of red. Despite that, I love this. I've always loved this. I had this as a kid. Obviously, my original has long since faded into the sands of time. But I love this toy. I've always loved this toy, and I will continue to love this toy. I think mostly because it is so unashamedly ridiculous. So there we are. That is Catilla right there. Many thanks to Spider-Fan UK for requesting this review. I kind of feel like I reviewed Catilla years ago, and then I wasn't entirely sure if I had. I can't remember if I did or not. But if I haven't, then fuck it, I'm doing it now. So thank you very much for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jared Gavin Barry, also known as Wolfgang1, saying I'll be back next week with another fucking banger. Yes, yeah, this is G1 Catilla. This doesn't go anywhere to trying to hide the robot inside. I'm sorry, this takes the Pretender gimmick to insane levels. So yeah, I'll be back next week. Thank you very much for watching this. There's other stuff on my channel. I can't remember what it is. I think there's 7 Days to Die. There's Still Music, Wolfgang Music to celebrate the 10 years of the Every Now and Then album's release. So do go ahead and check out the videos that are available in that playlist. Other stuff coming, so be sure to check that out. I'm being suspiciously vague because I don't know what any of that stuff is yet. Okay, so yeah, whatever. So thank you for watching this. This is me. This has been Catilla, and I will see you next week. Until then, thank you for watching and take care.